In today's video, we will explain you how to play field lacrosse, a sport that combines agility, power, and strategy. Field lacrosse is one of the oldest team sports in North America, originating from indigenous communities. Over time, it has evolved into a structured sport played worldwide, and its intensity and unique style continue to captivate fans everywhere. The primary goal in lacrosse is simple: score more goals than the opposing team by the end of the game. To achieve this, players use their lacrosse sticks to maneuver, pass, and shoot a small rubber ball past the opposing team's goalie and into their net. However, there's a lot more to it, from precise teamwork to strategic field play. Field lacrosse is played on a large outdoor field, usually 110 yards long and 60 yards wide, making it one of the larger field sports. Each goal is 6 feet wide and 6 feet tall, with an 18-foot crease surrounding it. The crease is the goalie's protected area, where only the goalie and designated defenders can enter. The field also has defined areas for substitution and a central area for face-offs. Players use specialized equipment, with each stick tailored to a player's role. Attackers and midfielders often use shorter sticks, while defenders are permitted to use longer sticks for better reach. Protective gear includes helmets, gloves, shoulder pads, and mouth guards to minimize injury in this high-contact sport. A lacrosse team has 10 players on the field: 1 goalie, 3 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 attackers. Each position has its unique responsibilities, and team members work in sync to balance offensive and defensive tasks. Midfielders can move across the entire field, transitioning between offense and defense as the game progresses. Defenders focus on blocking, stick checking, and containing attackers, while attackers coordinate to find open lanes and create scoring opportunities. Field lacrosse also has specific rules governing player distribution on the field. Each team must keep at least 4 players, including the goalie, in their defensive half, while 3 players must remain in the offensive half. This rule ensures strategic movement and helps prevent overwhelming attacks from both teams. A field lacrosse game consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes, making for a total of 60 minutes of play. The clock stops for various events, such as goals, penalties, and timeouts. If the game ends in a tie, it goes into sudden death overtime, where the first team to score wins. Each quarter begins with a face-off in the center of the field, where 1 player from each team competes to gain initial possession. Once a team has the ball, they strategize to pass and advance toward the opponent's goal. Players can pass through the air, roll the ball on the ground, or cradle it, holding the ball in their stick while moving. Cradling is essential to protect the ball from opposing players and set up effective plays. To score, a player must shoot the ball past the goalie and into the net. However, players are not allowed to step into the crease around the goal while shooting. Once the ball crosses the goal line entirely, the team earns 1 point. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. Field lacrosse is a contact sport, and players use body checks and stick checks to disrupt opponents' control over the ball. However, there are restrictions to keep the game fair and safe. Body checking is permitted only on players who have the ball or are within 5 yards of a loose ball. Stick checks, where a player attempts to hit the opponent's stick to dislodge the ball, are also allowed, but must avoid contact with the head. Penalties in lacrosse result in a player sitting out for a specific time, creating a temporary man-down disadvantage. Penalties are categorized based on severity. Technical fouls, minor infractions like holding or offside, result in a 30-second penalty. Personal fouls, more serious offenses such as tripping or unsportsmanlike conduct, lead to a 60-second penalty. Major fouls, severe violations, including illegal equipment use, carry a 3-minute penalty. When a player is penalized, the opposing team enters a man-up or extra-man offense situation, gaining an advantage by having more players on the field. The defending team will often tighten up and play defensively, trying to run out the clock until their teammate can rejoin. In Major League Lacrosse, MLL, teams must shoot within a 60-second shot clock. This rule adds urgency to each possession and prevents stalling tactics. If a team fails to shoot within 60 seconds, they forfeit the ball to the opposing team. The MLL also has a unique rule where shots from outside the 2-point arc, similar to a 3-point line in basketball, are worth 2 goals, adding a tactical layer for scoring. Key strategies in field lacrosse. Lacrosse is a game of constant motion, and teams employ intricate strategies to create scoring opportunities while maintaining defensive coverage. A few core tactics include fast breaks, taking advantage of transitions, especially after a defensive stop, to push quickly toward the opposing goal before the defense can set up. Ride and clear. When a team loses possession, they often engage in riding to prevent the opposing team from advancing the ball, while the team with the ball tries to clear it by moving it to their offensive half. Man-up, man-down plays. Special formations and tactics are designed for when a team has a player advantage, man-up, or disadvantage, man-down. During man-up situations, the offense might rotate players in a circle to confuse defenders, while the defense might tighten into a box or diamond formation to block shots. Let's dive into a real game scenario. Imagine a game where the blue team is down by 1 point with 2 minutes left in the final quarter. They gain possession after a face-off and pass the ball to their midfielders. With the shot clock ticking, they move swiftly toward the goal, cradling the ball and dodging checks. The attackers coordinate, setting up screens and cuts to confuse the red team's defense. The blue team's midfielder passes the ball to an attacker on the left wing, who charges toward the goal. However, a defender steps up for a body check, momentarily halting the attacker's advance. The attacker spins away, cradling the ball, and spots an open teammate behind the goal. With quick reflexes, he passes the ball to the teammate, who jumps and shoots over the goalie's shoulder. The ball sails into the net, bringing the score to a tie just as the clock winds down. Both teams reset, and now it's overtime. A sudden death scenario where every play counts. In overtime, possession flips several times as both teams battle for the ball. Finally, the red team gains control and sets up a play. They move into position, passing strategically to create a shooting lane. The midfielder fires a powerful shot from just outside the 2-point arc, but the blue team's goalie deflects it with a lightning-fast save, sending the crowd into a frenzy. The blue team regains possession, sprints toward the other goal, and with one final shot, the attacker scores, clinching the game with a victorious goal. Field lacrosse is a blend of strategy, athleticism, and skill. Each goal requires teamwork and precision, while defensive stops rely on timing and positioning. The sport is fast-paced and dynamic, with rapid transitions between offense and defense, constant player substitutions, and continuous motion that keeps both players and fans fully engaged. Because of its physicality, lacrosse has a thrill factor similar to that of hockey or football, and the added complexities of positioning and play strategy make it engaging for those who love tactical sports. Players not only need speed and skill, but also sharp mental focus to anticipate opponents' moves and adjust quickly to changing situations. Field lacrosse is an exciting, high-energy sport with a rich history and a global fan base. The mix of intense physical contact, strategic depth, and skillful play makes it a captivating experience whether you're watching or playing. Understanding the fundamentals of team roles, gameplay, and penalties provides a foundation for enjoying this fast-paced sport. Whether you're new to lacrosse or an experienced fan, watching a game unfold and seeing the strategies play out on the field is an unforgettable experience. So, if you're ready for fast action, strategic battles, and electrifying goals, give field lacrosse a shot. And remember, each game is a new opportunity for players to showcase their skills and for fans to enjoy one of the fastest-growing sports in the world.